All right, guys, thank you for joining me again. Appreciate it as always. And fucking fix this at all. All right, whatever. So, clearly, guys, we're going to talk about the rally yesterday. I mean, and not all of it, but a lot of interesting things. Finley the dog, Flown Grown, Kathleen, Cat Girl, Weed Nerd, thank you for the 5x5. Lisa, Angelwood, Middleton Root, Chair, Dobie, Eric, CJ, thank you for the 5x5. Joe, Firehorse, Maria, Drone, Water Tiger, Jeep Girl, thank you for the 5x5. Ron, Beef and Chicken, South Florida CDCL, Elaine, Patty, Debbie, Big John, Dana, thank you for the 5x5. Ghost Lincoln, Militant Roots, Crow, Clay, thank you for the 5x5. Dan Phillips, thank you for the 5x9. Colleen, thank you for the 5x5. Rick, thank you for the Trump by Bronx. Anastar, thank you for the 5x5. And original One Shot, One Kill, thank you for the 556 by 556. Anyway, let's get on with the show. So, guys, yesterday, most Democrats, if not all Democrats, doubted Trump's turnout. Right? So they didn't think he was going to get the amount of people that showed up. And they underestimated that, and they showed it by way of when I first got there. Yeah, that's my actual crib. Mr. One Shot, One Kill. I've done this before. It's not the first time. Welcome to the show. Your first time here. You misspelled selection. Oh, so sorry. No, I got what you just said, that Big B. Anyway, so they underestimate the turnout. Way more people show up than they thought. They said there was 3,500 tickets were given out, but 8 to 10,000 people showed up. Now, whether or not they were checking tickets, I don't know. Adriana would be able to answer that question because I never got inside. I was going to come back, but by the time my phone was done charging, because my phone shut off, that's why it abruptly ended. My phone shut off at the end. I was charging it so I can come back and do some more filming, but not another live stream. Anyway, so as you saw, guys, there was a large amount of people there, and it was a pretty diverse crowd. Not pretty, it was very diverse. I'm sorry. It was a very diverse crowd. There was... and that's what people like to see. At least I like to see it. First time I've seen not fake wood. Well, One Shot, One Kill. First of all, thank you for the donation. Secondly, I'm going to put bricks up next time. I got a fake brick panel to put up. But anyway. I'm going to go on a limb and say there was over 8,000, because again, guys, if you saw the live stream, Kathleen says 25,000 people were reported. No shit. Really? 25,000? Huh. Villain said there were 20 large fights outside the rally. Really? I missed that? Motherfucker, man. And the lieutenant in my firehouse was breaking my balls. I thought he was breaking my balls. He was telling the truth. I thought he was fucking with me, but he wasn't. 25,000. So they still lowballed him. Because that looked larger than 8,000, but I couldn't tell if it was 10,000 or not. You know, again, I didn't know who was on the other side. You don't need a backdrop. Google censorship says you don't need a backdrop. Yeah, I do. I don't like seeing the back behind me. I like the... I mean, maybe I could do this from time to time because it is a nice change, but... And I don't have anything in the background. It's not like I'm hiding anything. Johnny 3OS said, yep. Kathleen, yep. Andy, yep. 25,000 reported. So they really underestimated the amount of people that showed up. No shit. Now, hold on. I believe you guys, but I gotta fucking... I gotta see this shit for myself. So if you guys got where you got the 25,000 from, do me a favor, please. Let me know, because of course MSNBC is saying Trump is inflating the crowd size at the Bronx rally. Everybody else is reporting 8 to 10,000, according to law enforcement, as they're saying it. Donald Trump's crowd size under scrutiny. That's dumb. But again, if it came from Trump, I take that with a grain of salt. But if it came from one of his people, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people here. The rally had a permit for. Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. The rally had a permit for 3,500 people, according to the New York Times, which cited the police department. However, some said many more attended the event. Stephen Chung, spokesperson for Trump, told Newsweek in an email after the event that 25,000 people attended. Meanwhile, John Tobacco, a Newsmax reporter, praised the event in a video and said he estimated that there was 25,000 to 30,000 people there. Bo London said on X, formerly Twitter, that over 30,000 people went to the rally. So I think, from what I'm getting out of this article, it seems like these people counted it. Now, if that's why he's being brought under scrutiny, they really got to fucking cut the shit. Because these people can protest and raid a school and all this other bullshit. Google censorship. Did I record what? I was live streaming there, in case you didn't know. Yeah, but I was live streaming there. But anyway, I wonder, because, I mean, people were allowed to protest. They had numbers of protesters that were supposed to show up, and more showed up. And in fact, they took over a school in Columbia College, and they're breaking his balls because his crowd size is under scrutiny. The size of Donald Trump's latest rally has come under scrutiny, with people giving various account about the number of people who attended it. Trump, the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party presidential nomination, held a large rally in the Democratic borough of New York City on Thursday to drum up support ahead of November's presidential election. He told supporters at Crotona Park, South Bronx, of his potential plan for the city if he is elected into the White House. Listen, guys, the promises sound nice. They always sound nice. When they dress it up, it looks nice. But let's see if he really does it. He has stuck to a lot of his promises when he was president the first time. Let's see if he sticks to it this time. Now, however, the X account, Shallow State, wrote the size of the crowd was small, and the attorney and Trump critic Ron Filipowski said right-wing media can hype the Bronx rally all they want. In a city of over 8 million people, Trump drew 4,000 tops. Hell no, way more than 4,000 people. And again, you guys could look at my video, and outside alone, you could see that there was more than 4,000 people. Just outside alone. Never mind who else was in the park. That was a lot of people from out of state. And he goes, that's with a lot of people from out of state. You see how they try to downplay it? Whatever. MSNBC host Jonathan Lemire also said the crowd was around 7,000 during the show. Newsweek could not independently verify the number of people who attended the event. Keep in mind, there were 2 helicopters up above, so they should be able to tell roughly how many people were there just by looking down. Granted, there were trees and shit blocking the way, so, you know, give or take. Now, again, I heard some of the promises he made. I wasn't wild or thrilled. I would not have been one of those people like, yeah. No, dude. Show and prove. Get into the office, make the change, and then I'll be like, yeah, like a fucking seal. But I'm not a fucking seal, so yeah, whatever. All right, cool. But again, here was the problem. I should have said this online last night, and I didn't. Trump likes to drum up a lot of things. That is just who he is. Whether or not 20 or 30,000 people, 25,000, 30,000 people showed up. Remains to be seen. From what I saw, it seemed like it was way closer to 8 to 10,000. 25,000 people is a lot, but again, I could not see who was inside the park. And that's a big ass area that can hold up to about 10,000 people or so. So at best, I would probably say 15,000 people showed up, maybe stretching the line 20,000, but definitely not 30,000. That's just a lot. And again, Trump does drum up the numbers a lot, but we shall see. They, again, 2 helicopters overhead. They had to have given a count. There were people at the front. Hopefully, they were doing the clicking thing when people were walking in. They should get a more accurate number than we will by guessing. There was a lot that was missed. Well, I missed a lot when I fucking went home. I should have stayed around. I sort of knew there was going to be a fight. I sort of knew there was going to be something, and I missed it. Supposedly, it was on Claremont Street. And I sort of knew something was going to break out there. I said, let me charge my phone. Then I started seeing people leave, and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm going to go home. And then I went home. Yeah, Kathleen, you're right. I didn't see inside, but I know that area. I know how much it holds. And again, on the outside and people inside, I would say maybe 15, 20,000 tops. 25, 30,000 is a stretch. Like, I know the area. They have concerts there. They have, every year they have the old school hip-hop artists go there every year to do a concert. And they hold about 10, 15,000 people. So, again, the only reason why I know is because I know the area. And that's why I think 25, 30,000 is a bit of a stretch. But it's definitely not 3,000 or 4,000 like the news is saying. It's definitely not that low. That's way too low. But I don't think it's as high. But even if it triggers, like 1,000 Miles Vision said, even if it triggers the liberals, then fine. Adriana was inside, so she could have a better idea. But she said 30,000 no, but 20, 25,000 yes. All right, like I said, 25,000, bit of a stretch. Firefly Farm, it was packed. That is for sure. That was definitely for sure. Cat Girl, were you running for Chef? I didn't know who Chef G was. I went back to my firehouse. I'm like, I asked 2 guys, like, yo, you know who Chef G is? Like, yeah, the guy out of Brooklyn. I'm like, and? They're like, yeah, you know, he sang a couple of songs. I'm like, okay. But the fact that people were running for Chef G was insane. The fact, and then the more insane shit was, he went right into the rally. He went through the VIP entrance. He got in. This kid is voting for Trump. That means this kid can convince more young kids to vote for Trump. If those kids were acting like psychotic patients over him, running to him like that, I never ran for a celebrity. I don't know what running for a celebrity is like. I don't know why anybody would. They're people. Like you and me. People. Why are they running to these people? I don't get it, man. I don't even like it when people are like, yo, Angry Pepper, I'm your fan. I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm just a fucking dude on camera talking shit half the time. And yet, when they see a celebrity, people ran over there. And I thought it was a fight. That's why I started walking over there. I'm like, oh shit, a fight. And somebody was like, no, Chef G. And I'm like, what the fuck's a Chef G? Is he a chef? And he's an actual gangster chef? Like, what is that? I don't know what a fucking Chef G is. But, and then, yeah, the Latino brothers were there. I didn't know who they were. They never really said who they... I mean, they said who they were. I didn't get it. I don't know any of these young kids. And I don't want to know any of these young kids. Not being disrespectful, but that's not my forte. I'm not young anymore. I'm old. I listen to classical music and fucking jazz right now. That's where I'm at. And old school rap. And old school rock. That's what I listen to. Listen to old people shit. Right? Put my slippers on, tap my feet to some jazz tunes. You know? Not banging my head on the wall in the next room. Some of you might know that one. But, yeah, man, that's what I'm doing now. I'm not listening to Chef G. I can't even understand half these kids and the shit they're saying. So, but, yeah, man. This season, guys, this election is going to be fun. absolute fun. Because just alone on the shirts that I'm going to wear, I'm going to make people flip the fuck out. Because why not? Yeah, did I curse out anybody yesterday? Not really. Yeah, I mean, that old man on the bike, and I didn't even want to get into it with him. I didn't, I mean, I wasn't going to fucking, I was going to curse him out, but we weren't going to get into a fight over that shit. Not that old man. I mean, the old man could have whipped my ass too, but, what kind of slippers am I wearing? The old granny slippers. The ones you throw at your kids. Chef G was broad. Yeah, like I said, people like Chef G. I don't know who the fuck Chef G is. And I'm not going to look him up either. I was like, yeah, I'll look him up when I got home. When I got home, I thought about it. I'm like, no, for what? They have My Pillow slippers? I thought I saw something like that, but I was like, no way. Is that a real thing? Chancletas, yes. That's what I'm wearing. Throwing them at the fucking migrants and the crackheads around the area around here. But yeah, man, listen. This season's gonna be it's gonna be pretty fun. I can't wait to see these people break down. I am looking forward to the idiots acting like idiots. Like the lady with the sign that said Trump's a Nazi, and then when they were breaking her balls, she goes, well, he's not really a Nazi, but your sign says warning, Trump's a Nazi. I don't know, man. Original one shot, one kill. I think Trump has a chance. Remember, back in 2016? What was it? 2020, sorry. Back in 2020, was it 2020 or 2019? 2019, right? Was it the last election? And Trump was behind 23 points, right? And now he's behind 7 points. That is a gigantic gap closure, or close to gap closure. I mean, I've never seen anybody pull that off. And Trump is winning battleground states that Biden won and now lost. Trump has a possible shot at getting New York, or getting damn close to getting New York. He might not win it, but he is damn close. 7 points. He makes another appearance at like Central Park, or like Adriana said, Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, he makes an appearance there. He could have it in the bag. Trump says the right things and he could have it in the bag. And listen, the only reason why I want him to take New York is just so I could watch the liberals cry. Listen, when Trump won the first time around, my neighbor came out so mad. Not even mad, disappointed. She was like, you don't understand. He's going to wreck America. I'm like, how do you know he's going to wreck America? She's like, because he just is. I'm like, that's not an answer. How do you know? Give me specific, a roadmap onto how he's going to destroy America. Right? And she goes, whoops. And she goes, he just is. He's a bad man. I'm like, but then you don't know. Hillary Clinton would have destroyed us, would have sold us out. And I told her some of the shit she was talking about back then. She was going, no, she isn't. I'm like, okay. So now, 4 years later, Trump didn't destroy America. 4 years later after that, Biden destroyed America. Now listen, America was on its path to destruction well before Trump and well before Biden. Let's get that out of the way. We can't place this completely on Biden, and definitely not on Trump, but Biden didn't help. Biden made matters worse, but this path was set a long time ago. Trump could, like I said, guys, he could only stop the bleeding. He could slow our pace to destruction down, but he's not going to stop it. He can't. To stop it would be an act of God. Trump is giving false hope. And that's what I fear, Manilow. I fear that Trump is giving false hope. I have this bad feeling about Trump this time around. And I can't shake it. That's what's really bothering me. Now, when Biden won, we all knew America was doomed. We all knew that he was going to make matters worse. Everybody knew, with the brain, knew that Joe Biden was going to make it worse. What I didn't expect to happen to Joe Biden was his cognitive decline and how fast he declined. That I didn't see coming. I mean, he is really the angry nipple. He is really fucking bad. I mean, like, yo, whose hand was he shaking when he done his speech? He looked around like, who the fuck was there? Somebody standing in front of him? Dude, where's the rest of the shirt? It's called a tank top. I was too lazy to put a shirt on. You know that to put a shirt on these days, because I'm not as flexible as I used to be. When I take a shirt off, it's like, yo, it's bad. It's like watching a gorilla take a shirt off. I get caught like this, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And I got to spin around and do all kinds of crazy to get my fucking shirt off, because I'm not flexible anymore. Like, my arm goes about that far, so when I try to pull the shirt off, it won't go. So then I get caught, and I'm like, fuck, you know? I get out of it eventually, but yo, it's a fucking mayhem watching me take a shirt off. So tank top's a lot easier. But when I get caught it's like fucking getting caught in a fishnet. I'm like, somebody help me. You know, if I have a shirt that's too tight on, I had to have guys pull my shirt off at work. I'm like, I can't get it fucking off. You know, because I was fucking around like an idiot, and I put a fucking shirt on that was too tight, trying to be funny, and I couldn't get it the fuck off. I was like, yo, you guys are going to have to fucking cut me out of this thing or pull it off. And they wound up pulling it off, you know? But yeah, it was fucking... Just because of my my limited mobility, it's bad trying to take a shirt off. Tits and a gut. Yeah, man, tits and a gut. Thankfully, I'm losing my gut. Thank God, man. I'm looking down now. I'm like, I could see my, you know, like, listen, guys, when you cannot see your penis anymore, it's time to lose weight. And I never got to that point, but I was scared to get to that point. Like, really scared. I was having nightmares about it. Like, you can't see your dick when you look down because your stomach's in the way. That's fucking bad, man. That's bad. You look down and go, oh my God, where is it? Where is it? And your fucking stomach's in the way? Like, I don't have that problem. But I had nightmares about it, so I started fucking really hankering down on my diet. I was like, yo, fuck this. I don't want to not see my... Imagine. Yo, understand. I know this is taking a turn. Understand this, guys, that there are dudes out there that have not seen their dick since 1987. It's gone. They know it's there because they can feel it, but they can't see it. They're like, because this thing's in the way. There's a lot of things you can't see when your stomach's that big. I mean, I watched a guy get in a car and his belly was on the steering wheel. You know, and I'm like, how's that shit not rubbing against his stomach? I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be that way. I want to be able to bend over and touch my toes, which I can. But when you have a gut, you can't bend over and touch your toes because you're like, you know, you're all fucked up, man. It's all fucked up. You ever watch a fat person fall? It's horrendous. Horrendous. So yeah, I don't want to be a fat person falling and then looking like a fucking beached whale, fucking flopping on the ground trying to get up and shit. So yeah, man, I'm out on that bullshit. Someone just asked, did I see the movie Civil War? I did. Civil War was a good movie, but it wasn't a prepper movie. Like, preppers were looking to see it and like, yeah. It wasn't a prepper's movie. It was a good movie. Just in the last 10 minutes, that was some high-speed shit. I got a kick out of that movie, man. That last 10 minutes. Roaming Prepper, I will be doing more fitness videos on the fitness channel. I uploaded 3 videos and forgot to release them. So, thank you for reminding me, but I'll be releasing them not every Wednesday, but 2 times a month, every Wednesdays. Yo, but anyway, back to fat people and their stomachs rubbing against the steering wheel. Yeah, that's just bad, man. It's just bad to be that big. Like, I watched a chick. Oh, Gorlock. Yeah, that thing. Yo, that means you're eating every day and you're doing nothing. Nothing. You're eating and you're just doing this. Yeah, man. And just laying back and minimal movement. I don't understand. People are like, I walk every day. The fuck you do. You walk over for that Twix, but you're not walking every day. when people say they walk every day, they confuse walking around and work and intentionally walking. It's two different things. Two totally different things. And when you walk with a purpose. Like when you're walking to lose weight, you walk with a purpose. Yeah. And listen, I mean, the same goes for. I don't. I mean, I don't know if the same goes for ladies. I don't know if yeah, I guess it does. I imagine like if you can't see your vagina, that's bad too. But I mean, at least the excuse with a vagina is it's against the wall, if you will, right? And a penis hangs out, and you can see the penis. But I mean, I guess a lady likes to see her vagina. I don't know. But it just doesn't pay to be that overweight, man. I mean, like, granted, if you're sick, that's a different story. There's a chick that's she was a ballerina. She developed some odd element where she can't break down fat, or her body has a hard time breaking down fat, and so she's gaining it. It's like a protein problem, and she is big. But they showed her they showed a picture of her when she was her first stages of being a ballerina, a dancer, and she was real thin. But now she's like Amy Schumer times 10. I'm like, and that sucks because she has a legitimate disease. But yeah. Ron, yeah, you got to get your 10,000 steps in every day. They said a minimum of 7,000 steps and above. Today, I pulled off 6,988. So when I get off of here, I'm going to run around like a fucking asshole to get above 7,000. But yeah, 7,000 a day, I think, is minimum. There was a study that said 10,000, but that study was corrected by a Japanese study that said anything over 7,000 steps a day and you're in business. So 7,000 steps a day is probably where you want to land. Over that. Anything under that, and granted, guys, there are bad days. There are days you don't get the steps in. Yes, you can't do it every day. But is it ideal to get over 7,000 steps a day? Absolutely. If you can, absolutely do so. But if you do it for a month straight and then you fuck up one day, not the end of the world. Yeah, 10,000 steps is better. I mean, listen, I can go out for a walk right now and get my 10,000 steps in. Which you guys are probably, with the 10,000 step bullshit, going to make me go outside now and walk around. I'm going to walk amongst the crackheads, right? Go outside and, see who's going to have the balls to rob me. And it's funny never having that problem. It's good not to have that problem, Like, people are not going to test me. Though, carjacking, different conversation, but yeah. Yeah, Kathleen, you got to get it up to 7,000 steps minimum. I mean, I guess if you're starting, 5,000 steps is good, but if you've been doing it for a while, you want to raise it to 7,000, and if you're really good at it, 10,000. So I will go back outside because these jerk-offs made it so. But, yeah. I did 7,400 steps. Very good. We'll just cut it, but that's what cutting the grass. It doesn't matter. You're walking around. You're getting your steps in, man. Anyway, guys, with that, we are at the half-hour mark. I'm going to go off to here, and I'm going to go do my walk, and then, again, either pick on crackheads or just mind my business. I haven't decided yet. But, yeah, I will see a lot of you guys for the doubleheader Tuesday. If anything interesting happens throughout the city, I might live stream it or I might just video it. I haven't decided yet. But other than that, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. And I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Original One Shot, One Kill said 20 minutes is a mile. I do my mile with a 50-pound pack in 18 minutes. Up and down hills, I might add. So that's where I get my energy from. But other than that, guys, good night. Thank you.